Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnought, where today we will be continuing somewhat our Spanish campaign. Last time we left off in this campaign, well, in the previous Spanish campaign I should say, we were close to 1900. I just spent 2 entire episodes upgrading my ships, redoing everything, and then a new patch hit and I lost the save. Really annoying. At first I was thinking about not continuing this campaign at all, just throwing it away and go do something else instead, but I don't know. In some ways it does have a certain charm for me, this campaign. Oh well, the campaign had. So I decided to start a new campaign. And this campaign, well, will essentially pick off where the other one ended. The other one ended at 89. I just unlocked the dreadnoughts. I just got to build them and that's it really. This campaign I will simply start at 1900s, and that's right, in one turn we can actually build my dreadnoughts again. So what I'm gonna do for this campaign is quite simple. I'm going to pretend that, well, the last couple of episodes, my struggle in the Caribbean against the USA, my other skirmishes against the Japanese, well, it was all a bad dream. A bad dream of a mad shipwright, that's right. And I'm going to start off anew. I'm going to continue here. I already decided to build a single old dreadnought, well, pre-dreadnought, and the idea really was that I was going to start off with at least a couple of these ships, just as a way to simulate the well, entire fleet I used to have. And just, you know, start the campaign, hit the end turn button, get my dreadnought tech up, and once I have my dreadnought tech, I'm going to quickly look at the designs that I made in the previous episode, and I'll try to duplicate them to the best of my abilities. That won't be entirely accurate. In some ways I am way more advanced now than I was before, and in some ways I'm sure I am less advanced as well. Mostly more advanced though, I'll be honest. So yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mad Scientist's Lab, with one minor difference. I cannot click the Dreadnought 1 hull anymore. They fixed it and I'm annoyed with it. Ah, that was so much fun. That was so much fun indeed. But well, we can't have it all now, can we? Let's see. I'm going to open the YouTube video. Yeah, the Dreadnought, oh, that Dreadnought hull, it just can't be used. And the other one was a simple triple 12-incher. Right, I can do that. Small ship, slow speed, engines, steam engines, hydraulic, and I'm going with balanced rudders. One of the things... Design. There we go. This ship had, oh yeah, the weird towers for the ship hull. This ship as well needs to be a bit smaller. Yeah, really weird. Still not a fan. I do suppose I can go with a triple funnel though, although I don't think... Well... No, I don't need it. In that case, you can go backwards. There we go. Auxiliary, balanced rudder, hydraulic. Let's make you a tiny bit smaller. There. That works. Yeah, sight guns. Oh, and here we see the first major difference in tech. We have a lot more sight guns that we can actually put on these ships now. Previous episodes, we designed this as a, you know, escort dreadnought, essentially. What it can do now is turn you into something like this. Oh, come on. There we go. Main guns, centerline guns. These were 10 inches, right? Yeah. So I guess I better keep the 10-inch thing. Oh, this is a whole different kind of animal now. Wouldn't you agree? Let's see if I... You know what, let's not do that. How small can we make it? There. Instead, let's do this. Oh, come on, you'll fit. There you go. Problem solved. That gives me a bit of room for secondary batteries, although do I really want to add secondary batteries? I can do this. I mean, that is a secondary battery, right? And I do not think I have even the room for a different battery. Take that back. I have room. Oh, and I wonder. The world wonders. Yeah, see? Now I do have the Barbette tech. Oh well, oh well. Anti-flooding, yes please. Very important. One of the most important techs in the entire game, as far as I'm concerned. Barbette 1 will suffice. We have a balanced rudder, yeah. I think this is nice. Not quite the insanity it had before, but still lovely. Let's see. 2 new dreadnoughts. Then, of course, let's quickly throw together a new cruiser. Because... why not? Yeah, a HE spammer with baric acid. That is what I'm going for. Engines. Get a better engine in. Let's see, we got almost 300 tons now. Increase the deck. No, not that deck. There we go. Safe design. That is the heavy cruiser. Done. Light cruiser. Let's see. We have 3 hulls. Semi-armored. Light 2, light 1. I'm actually tempted to go with the light cruiser 2 because of the sustained speed while turning. My ships are slow, and I do not want them to lose speed. Two even. Perfect. There we go. So that's the heavy cruiser, the light cruiser. Now only need a destroyer. And then we're good to go. Ooh, I always like it when you can put barbettes on a destroyer. It's one of those little things I really enjoy. There we have it, folks. Should be enough guns, right? Should be enough guns. Now, torpedo launcher. We only have a single launcher available, so I gotta spend some time in my torpedo boat tech, it seems. Although, 26 knots, it's the slowest she can go. Standard crew quarters. I do hope these ships will last, well, a bit longer than normal. Mines and minesweeper technology, yes please. Reduce torpedo, 18-inch. Yeah, Eric asset, of course. Increased shells with heavy shells. The armor is fine. Oof, that is expensive. Well, 4.2 inch it is. And there we go. 2% increase in gun length. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a new fleet design. So, we have a couple of older pre-dreadnought ships. I would like 3 of you. 4 of you. Let's go with 12 heavy cruisers, supported by 12 light cruisers, and let's go for 8 destroyers. And let's see what my economy does. It's the economy, stupid. It's the economy. And the economy is losing 18 million a month. Let's see what the next turn will bring in that regard. 17 million, and I'm going to continue to boost naval budget, but GDP if I can. Cruisers operate new technology in maneuver warfare. Hold on. Cruisers operate far away from their main foes for patrol, search and destroy missions. Okay. I guess my cruisers, this essentially means my cruisers get missions further away now. And look at that, the fleet of all those nations. If I mine this area around Gibraltar, oh, they will be in so much pain. That is the idea after all. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna skip forward a bit. And I'll see you in a second. So, a couple of turns have passed, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, my fleet is ready to go. At least, I certainly hope so. 45 active ships, 13 battleships, some older dreadnoughts, pre-dreadnoughts, and some dreadnoughts, some cruisers, some destroyers. And the world is already aflame. Just look at that, and the Russian Empire is just racing towards a war. So is the USA. USA does not really like me. So I will be preparing for a new war against the USA. Last time I did pretty okay-ish. against the USA. Hopefully well, okay-ish, as in the few small battles that we had, I generally won them, but in all honesty, it was only a few, very few minor engagements. I'll be completely honest there. It wasn't the best of times. Let's send 2 destroyers to Guantanamo Bay, and that should secure the Caribbean for me. Assuming the ships arrive in time. British losses are increasing. My money is increasing as well, so I'm going to build 6 more destroyers. Yeah, you know what? Let's make that 8 more destroyers. So I'll double my destroyer count, and I'm going to add 2 more light cruisers to my fleet. The rest of the money I'm gonna put back into increasing my economy and research. Finances, right, that was what I wanted to do. You know what, let's go to 100% research for now. 1 more month. And then, ooh, yeah, I don't care. Russians, Russian, Chinese, Spanish, and Russian Empire. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, the new episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And yep, we've done it. We are at war. We are at war with the Russians, and we have literally no ships in Southeast Asia to protect us there. That might actually be a very bad idea. Let's see, that is my biggest port here, I think. I'll send a single battleship, 2 cruisers, and a destroyer. And from here to the other ports, a heavy and a light cruiser, and that will be the entire fleet in that sector. I really need more escort ships. I'm going to build 8 more destroyers, and I'm going to add a few more light cruisers to get my balance between my battleships and light escort force a bit more in balance as I hit another end turn. Let's see. I'm not gonna lose money if I can avoid it right now. Spain and USA are at war. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost back at where we used to be. We have a small task force over there, and seriously, I thought I sent a couple of more ships here. Didn't I send also some destroyers? Jesus, I'm either getting old, or it's Korsakov, or dementia, because, oh my god. Wake up, brother, wake up. Yes, more relations, more relations. Thank you. There are some, quite a few of US ships. 2 ships there. 4 ships. Okay, the ships are there, they're just not showing up. Right. Forgot about that one. Should be okay. When will my next destroyers come out of the dockyards? 4 months, 5 months. Yeah, 4 months for the destroyer, 5 months for my first cruisers. I'm a bit worried about my crew. Don't have a lot of crew members. Honestly, as Spain, having less crew on your ship is actually better, I believe. You simply can't afford it. You can't afford having so many ships. Well, I don't have the 140 million, so I'm not gonna do that. I don't have the 170 million, so that one. Okay. I'm just clicking it away, not even looking at how many wars I just ran myself into. As we have, oh my god, almost comparable fleets. To 13-inch guns, I brought my 12-inch battleship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first battle of this continuation campaign. Hurrah! Let us pray my ships actually have fuel. Yes, they do. Enemy is to the south. Very good. Continue to go south on course. Let's speed things up a bit. Look at that, 3-kilometer range torpedoes. Oh, terrifying. Terrifying indeed. Will the enemy fight me? My slow armada? I believe they will. Look at that, we're back to 10 times speed. You hear it, guys? Enemy ships are crashing into one another. So they're either moving around or just, you know, while rushing towards me, or they're in a big turn, screwing up their formation. Either way, we have engaged the enemy. Enemy is coming towards me. Hurrah! A fight! We fight. We fight. And they will die, I hope. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's smoke up the destroyer. Well, destroyers. Should have taken it out of formation, really. Yeah. Yeah, you did not like that, did you? Did you? Sucker. Battleship, turn a bit more. Destroyer, come about. Enemy appears to be in retreat. Makes sense. No. Actually, no, it does not. Only scored a couple of minor hits on them. And they're running like the cowards they are. Whoa, ho, ho! We did sink something. Oh, that's very nice. Very nice indeed. My light cruisers may start a turn as well. Battleship, you may start your turn. Heavy cruiser as well. Let's all ships come about. My torpedo boats are engaging enemy light cruisers. I'm not a fan. Not to mention that I'm in enemy torpedo range, I think. Well, barely. Okay, my light cruisers finished their turn. Now this is what I want to see, people. This is what I want to see. The destruction of the American fleet. A second enemy ship destroyed. First enemy ship that was killed, I think, was a torpedo boat. I am not 100% sure. I am sure that he's doomed, though. Covington is slowing down. Covington is gone. But the Covington did launch torpedoes. I'm not a fan of that. So let's hit the dodge mechanism, see how it works out. Destroyers, return to course, please. Heavy cruiser, come on. Do your thing. And get some attention of the light cruisers. Light cruisers smoke up the battleship for a moment there. As we spot the first enemy battleship, the Rhode Island. A classical pre-dreadnought. My dreadnought should be able to deal with that without too much issues. Light cruisers fall back behind the dreadnought. And first to destroyer gunboats, target that first light cruiser, please. Third one can target the center pole. Light cruisers, turn sharper, please. I need some room for me battleship. And destroyers? Yeah, I was about to say. It is highly likely that the enemy fired torpedoes. So, let's dodge. Especially with this guy. This is painful indeed. In fact, you are allowed to retreat. Light cruisers, close in. Heavy cruiser, close in. Battleship, what is my ammo status? Looking good. As the St. Paul is done for. And there goes the Louisville. Oh, poor Americans. The Spanish Revenge. I suppose I can call this episode 2, right? Revenge of the Spanish. Does that mean I consider myself evil? Yeah, maybe, maybe. Come on, being evil is fun. The evil side always has the cookies. Rhode Island has no torpedoes. So let's slowly close in with the destroyers. Slowly being the key word here. That said, the enemy is not much faster than I am. Well, she's faster than my battleship for sure, but... she is now targeting my destroyer. If I can get a single torpedo hit... I mean, I only have a single torpedo, so yeah. Yes, smoke up, please. Or if I can continue on this course... in fact, let's set an auto rudder to 2%. The enemy battleship will continue to turn. As they hit my destroyer. That was not what I wanted. Thank you very much. Yeah, my destroyers are pretty much just driving the enemy battleship in a turn. So my other ships can get closer. You always drive your cattle, right? And I'm doing that with the Americans. The rest of my fleet, in the meanwhile, has targeted the Tennessee. If I can knock out one of these enemy ships, either the battleship or the heavy cruiser, it will be worth it. Of course, we already neutralized all of their escort ships, and these ships will be in dry dock for at least a month. We can do better. A good hit on the Tennessee there. And my gunboats are once again closing in on the enemy battleship. Slowly but steadily starting more and more fires. And that, of course, is the main goal of these destroyers. They're fire starters. Burn away the enemy. And if they get a chance, they will fire their torpedo. But let's be honest, that's not gonna happen. But we can try, right? The Tennessee has stopped. Oh, that's very good. A flooding hit, but our torpedo has launched. But I'm more interested actually in the heavy cruiser right now that has stopped moving. This torpedo will never hit. I know it won't. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to turn the Rhode Island. Tennessee is taking more and more fire. And yep, Rhode Island has turned. And my heavy cruiser is only 4 kilometers away from her now. Although, for now, yeah, I can't get much closer actually. These guns will start to hurt. But the enemy heavy cruiser is taking heavy fire, and that's very good indeed. Look, the enemy battleship is starting to turn again. So I'm gonna turn off the torpedo. Get into a proper firing position again, and make sure she does not run. The Tennessee, in the meanwhile, yeah, I was about to say, is burning up. Okay, smoke up please. Fire torpedo. It's a decent enough angle, I think. And you know what? Turn away. Turn away, turn away. And magnify image. I'm not gonna comment on the way that torpedo moved, I promise. And she sinks! Nice! I did not lose a single ship, although one of my destroyers was badly damaged, and I sank 7 American warships. Oh! The slow fleet has triumphed yet again. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, oh, the Russians are attacking Bilbao. Well, sucks for them. For I have a light cruiser over here. I mean, I wanted to call the episode to a close, but I cannot finish an episode like this, now can I? Not after having spent like 2.5 episodes building ships. We gotta have some action. As we engage the enemy, or well, the enemy has engaged us. This Russian task force is a threat to me, but if I pay attention, I should be okay. However, I need to pay attention, so let's essentially stop the ship for a second with that turn. Pick up speed again. And I fucked it up, didn't I? Come on. Bye. Dodged it. Don't do this at home, people. Do not do that at home. This stunt was done by professionals. A 6-degree right rudder, please. Let's go for a slow turn. For there were some shots that came in from that side, I believe. And I do not want to get surrounded just yet. Boom! Of course, this light cruiser is armed with a lot of 7-inch guns. Don't underestimate her. Although, in all honesty, it might not be the best guns for this job. I mean, look at it. The 2-inchers have done a lot more damage against the destroyers than my 7-inch guns have. Yeah, the Russian is dead. All guns target the torpedo boats. Oh, god damn it. She survived. Well done, Russian. You still have torpedoes as well, don't you? Yeah, 3. 5 times speed. A 2-kilometer range torpedo on the torpedoes of the Russians. My torpedoes go further than the Russian ones. That is interesting to know. Very interesting indeed. Enemy torpedo boat is disengaging. Enemy destroyer is taking fire once more. It would be really cool if a coastal defense mission like this would actually be at the coast. I would love to see the coastline, to see the lights of, well, in this case, I think it was Bilbao in the distance, and, you know, I have to protect that port. It would be really fun. Besides bug fixing, I think, you know, doing something about this combat train is something I most look forward to. Because, you know, it can be middle of the night for all I know. And it just does not show. Let's take a look, in fact. Yeah, okay. And that was all I cared about the weather. Minus 15%, plus 5%, okay, minus 10%. Check, that is the weather. And for the rest, it's just nothing. It's just numbers to me right now, and it's boring. In some regards, that is. Some numbers, on the other hand, are quite fun to look at. And it appears the Russians are in retreat after suffering 8.5k damage. Well, what can I say? Except let's disengage myself as well then. We have won. Yeah, look at that. Enemy is 9.6, 10 kilometers out. 11. Bye, Ruskies. Only lost a destroyer, but still. 600 victory points is a win to me. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, comes an end to this continuation campaign. Join me next time when we continue our wars with the Russians. We're gonna prepare a fleet to blockade the Black Sea, I think. Or maybe even the Baltics. Who knows? Who knows? There's only one way to find out what it will be. Join me next time. And see for yourself. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, take care.